to go and give on this live stream, give my thoughts on the market, short term, medium, long term. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. Just a disclaimer. But I feel like I have a pretty good feel of things. So let's just get right into it here. And then, of course, feel free to interrupt if you guys have questions. But okay, so super short term, that's always the hardest to predict. But I feel, let's say, short term over the next, just say a few days, maybe the next week, give or take, right? So that to me is short term, not doing any crazy like day trading, scalp stuff. Because I'm not a trader. I'm a long-term, medium-term investor / swing trader, to give some context. All right, so short term. Oh, hey, thanks for the thumbs up, whoever that was. Yeah, so like I said, feel free to jump in with questions if you have some. Oh, India. Oh, what's up? My roommate's from I forgot what part. Somewhere in India. I know it's a huge country, I know. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, so super short term over the next few days, I feel like we'll at least go a little bit higher. So Bitcoin has, it's still in the extreme fear, but it's well off the very like blood basement low of 10, and now fear and greed is at 20. So it's still considered extreme fear, but it's like the upper end of extreme fear. And considering we've held 90, making slow and steady steps, we were at the, in the mid 80s or something, for whatever the very low was over the last week or two, right? And then we got, upper 80s, 87. Then we held 90K over the last few days. And now it seems to be we're holding 91K. XRP's. XRP. XRP typically pumps after Bitcoin has established itself and goes higher. So I wouldn't expect anything much of XRP until Bitcoin. But as Bitcoin goes higher, it was just what I'm talking about now, XRP should pump, but nothing like really crazy. We're not going to expect any new all-time highs until Bitcoin is well above 100K again. And getting, closer to the, let's say its local highs, maybe 115, 120K, if not a new all-time high. Then XRP should really be doing some crazy shit. But until then, XRP should kind of move along, follow the rest of the market. So yeah, short term, Bitcoin has been making slow and steady strides, but it's still in the extreme fear, which means it still has a little bit of more room to go up before any kind of pullback. Even if this is just, this is getting into the medium term. Let's say it's more of like a, relief rally, just a bounce just because it's way oversold, which is, it is a bounce because it is oversold. But even if that is the case, we won't know till how high it goes. But even if that is the case, it'll still go higher, right? Just staying about 91K, still being extreme fear, I think that's much more likely. This is just, my best estimate. Just a sec. Any expert? Yeah, price prediction. Okay, I can make it for fun. Let's just say 2020. Well, December. I don't even know about December, but I do expect everything. And I'm not the only one saying this. A lot of the experts I follow are kind of more or less saying because I don't believe we're going into a bear market. That's for sure. This is just a short-term thing. So the real, the alt bull run, even if it's short lasting, will be really kicking into high gear in 2026. Bitcoin will probably have a peak, for the, again, lost my train of thought, whatever. Yeah, so 2026 should be good. I could see, I'll just throw out a number out there. $10 is a number you hear a lot. Now, a lot of times I will say one last thing about XRP, $10 price prediction. When you do hear these big psychological numbers, 2 digits, $10, that's huge. And a lot of people have been saying that for a long time. Usually it'll just slightly overshoot or undershoot. So it won't probably hit 10 on the nose. It'll either go, maybe it will for a day, and then it'll either go lower or higher. But it won't just stop at 10 and then just drop. I'm guessing it'll more likely either go to $8 or $9, or $9.27, something random like that. That's close to 10, but not quite. Because a lot of traders set their stop loss or their buy or their sell order, right around there. So it'll be just under 10, or it'll overshoot. Maybe it'll go to $12.13 or $11.47. And then, a little wick, and then that would be the actual top, and then it would go down, and then, back up, and then it hits $10, and then it, gets pushed down again, and then it's at 9 and 8, and then people chase it because they think, this is the dip, and then it keeps dipping until the real local low, which would be maybe, who knows, $7 or $6 from there, or $5 or whatever. But yeah, so 2026, I think that's very, very likely. This is just a for fun prediction. But yeah, thanks for asking, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching the And like and subscribe, guys. It really helps the channel. I'm not doing video. I'll do videos as much as I can. Now I've got like a bunch of stuff going on. I got a job interview tomorrow. Just doing all kinds of stuff. My life. I'm moving around. But yeah, I'm gonna keep making videos as much as I can. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, there's also a free Discord. Feel free to join that if you want to ask me any questions along the way. I'm always happy to help. This is not like a monetized channel. I'm just doing this because I love helping you guys and sharing my knowledge. So oh man, so many questions. Okay, alt rally in 2026. So yeah, like as I mentioned, I do expect an alt rally. I don't want to say for sure, 99%. I think it's very, very likely because the thing is, everyone expected the alt rally in 2025, and it has not happened at all. This has been the most depressing year for the alts, outside of a few exceptions like Zcash, right? There's always some, some random meme coin or whatever that does well, but overall, most alts people expected to do well didn't. I mean, okay, XRP, like some of the ISO 222 had a nice pump at the beginning of the year, and then they kind of fizzled since then. So yeah, so 2026 will be the year that they all catch up and have that like little alt season that we've all expected this year. Should happen next year. Most likely. And I would say, just historically looking at charts and past, if it doesn't, maybe it starts a little bit in December, but then more likely, whether it does or not, then it should carry through and then get really exciting. Again, this is my opinion, like Q1 of 2026. So January, February, March, maybe till April, but at least I expect the first few months of, let's say first couple months at least of 2026 to be really, really good for the alts. Like done. Hey, appreciate you. Yeah, thanks. And did you subscribe? I'll take a subscribe as a thank you for answering all your questions. But yeah, so that's the most likely. And now if I'm wrong and it doesn't happen Q1 of 2026, okay, well maybe it's a couple months later. But anyway, that's just my best guess. So I started the video saying I'm going to make a short, medium, and long-term prediction. So I've kind of gone through using these examples like XRP because it typically follows Bitcoin. So it's a nice, one of the largest, if not the largest altcoin right now in terms of market cap. But yeah, so short term, like next few days, I think we'll go up a little bit more. I don't expect anything too crazy, but I mean, at least Bitcoin, could get into the upper 90s at least, or maybe it wicks to like 100 or 101K, 102K, and then maybe it pulls back from there. But either way, it's hard to say for certain, but either way, I think we will definitely go higher than where we're at, like 91,700 or something like that. So I still think we could go at least to the mid or upper 90s. So short term, yeah, medium term, let's say over December. I definitely think it will go higher. Now, when we pull back here, and it's hard to predict very short term shit, but don't tell me, bro, it's taking to himself. Damn ADH. Okay. Well, I'm talking to you and to Deal Ray Elevate You. I'm talking to all you guys who are commenting. But yeah, no, ADHD, that's another thing. ADHD, I want to say, this could be a whole nother conversation, but briefly, I don't think it's society that puts a label that's like bad. So I don't think it's necessarily good or bad. It's just how you handle things. I mean, there's a way to, yeah, let's not go down that. I'm trying to focus on crypto. Speaking of ADHD, okay, so medium term, December, we should go higher, but I expect like chop, like anything, but it's still higher than we are now and higher than we'll finish the month off. So December should be good, probably, still pull back, still chop, but starting to go higher and stabilize. Maybe Bitcoin stabilizes above 100K for a little bit. And then January, so now we're talking longer term, let's say over Q1 of 2026, just to repeat that again for those of you that you may be coming in late now or whatever, that should be really, really fucking good. That's when we get the alt season we've all been patiently waiting for. I mean, I'm still holding my bloody bags for quite a while. Like Bitcoin Cash, my God. Like if you guys watch Cesar Gets Crypto, I love that guy. But he's been like expecting, and I kind of agree with him. It's just like his timing isn't quite, the best. But hey, I don't blame him. He's putting himself out there, and he has some solid TA. But yeah, it'll go when it goes. But like Bitcoin Cash is a perfect example of and Litecoin is like kind of in the same category. Those have amazing fundamentals. They're OG coins. They've been around forever. In the top 20-ish, right? And those haven't done much, but they've held strong, especially compared to a lot of other alts. Let me read the chat again for a second. According to you, we will get some relief in alts. Yes, that's what I'm saying. What else? 2026, yeah. And like I said, I think it's kind of starting now. I mean, we're already off the extreme fear of of 10. The score we had 10, like what is it, a week ago or something. But we still are technically in extreme fear. So there's still much more room to grow. What's a no way, bro? Started giving Andrew Tate fingers. Okay. Yeah, no, thanks guys. I'm going to end this soon now. It's been over 10 minutes. So unless you have any last questions you want to ask, feel free. Otherwise, I'll just close this one out. This was like a nice, let's see, bro, should I buy HBAR and XLM Stellar? I'm not here to make financial advice, but I will say, those, I'll just say from what I'm doing, those are some of my largest bags and my most safest risks to rewards, because they're all ISO 222, and they should move, around the time as XRP, but maybe slightly after, but around that time. And they're slightly lower market caps, although they are large caps. They're lower market cap than XRP, meaning they have more room to run when things do go insane and XRP runs. Those should probably outperform. That's just my best guess. But yeah, I think they have more multiples to go, and they're more, you can double check this. I don't have a chart in front of me, but I'm like 99% sure they're more percent below their all-time high than XRP, also implying they have more room to run than XRP. So yeah, if you believe in XRP like me, and I still hold XRP, but if you want to have like throw in new cash, something like that's a sure thing, right, as close as a sure thing as an altcoin could be, I would say those are really good choices. Start Ethereum 3.0. Bro should start. Who's the bro? Am I the bro? Or you mean, oh, Vitalik? I don't know. Who knows? Yeah. But hey, ETH is here to stay. It's already proven the test of time. I mean, after Bitcoin, it's kind of the most proven, right? It's the biggest alt, and a lot of people don't even say it's an alt anymore because it's its own ecosystem, it's its own thing. So I wouldn't expect the biggest rewards with ETH, but I definitely expect it to. When alt season starts, it should outperform Bitcoin at the very least. But I still think for better ROI, and you still with low risk, like Stellar, like Deal Ray mentioned, HBAR and Stellar would be good ones, good choices that should outperform ETH. Although maybe it's always the timing. That's always the biggest question. Maybe ETH moves first. It's typically how alt seasons go. ETH moves, sets the tone, and then the rest follows. So maybe they'll have a nice jump after ETH, gets back to 4K or slightly above that. Okay, final questions. Last call. Man, this was pretty intense. 12, almost 13 minutes of nonstop ramble. Appreciate you guys though. Thanks for supporting me. Yeah, again, like and subscribe really helps the channel. And then you can always ask questions in the comments below, and I'll check that later today. I'm going to post this. I'll add a description, the fancy thumbnail, all that jazz later on. But it's a beautiful day here. I'm going to go work out, and okay, I guess not. Thanks, brother. Hey, you too, man. Really appreciate you. This was a lot of fun, and I'll see you in another one soon. All right, take care. Peace.